In the world of relationships, there are often ups and downs, moments of joy and moments of heartache. It's a delicate dance between love and jealousy, trust and betrayal. But what happens when those emotions take a sinister turn, leading to a fate no one could have predicted? In today's case, we uncover the chilling truth that shattered the life of a woman who never saw it coming. She was brutally murdered by someone she could never expect. Hi guys, and welcome back to Crimeco. Where we break down some of the most gruesome true crime cases from all over the world, giving you the most up-to-date detailed information. If that sounds like something you are interested in, be sure to subscribe and don't forget to give this video a like. A like from you really helps the channel. Thank you. Now let's dive in. Suzanne Pille, a 38-year-old bookkeeper, was born in 1972 and grew up in Edinburgh, Scotland. She was the beloved daughter of Robert and Sylvia Pille, who provided her with a loving and supportive upbringing. Suzanne's parents instilled in her a strong work ethic, emphasizing the importance of education and personal growth. From an early age, Suzanne exhibited an innate curiosity and a thirst for knowledge. She excelled academically, demonstrating a natural aptitude for numbers and problem-solving. Her parents recognized her talents and encouraged her to pursue her educational aspirations. As Suzanne entered adulthood, she embarked on a career as a bookkeeper, displaying meticulousness and dedication in her work. In 2008, she joined infrastructure managers Limited IML, a reputable company located in Thistle Street, Edinburgh, where she applied her skills and contributed to the organization's financial operations. Suzanne's professional life intertwined with her personal life when she crossed paths with David Gilroy, a colleague at Infrastructure Managers Limited. Their connection initially sparked as a result of shared professional interests and ambitions. However, their relationship soon evolved into a complicated love affair, fueled by intense emotions and conflicting desires. Beyond her career and romantic entanglements, Suzanne was known for her warm and vibrant personality. She had a close circle of friends who admired her intelligence, loyalty, and vivacious spirit. Suzanne's infectious laughter and caring nature endeared her to those around her, making her a cherished presence in their lives. In the spring of 2010, Suzanne Pille's life took a tumultuous turn as the dynamics of her relationship shifted and a sense of unease settled in. As a bookkeeper at Infrastructure Managers Limited in Edinburgh, Suzanne faced the daily challenges of her professional life, but it was the complexities of her personal relationships that would ultimately shape her tragic destiny. Within the office walls, Suzanne's relationship with David Gilroy, a former lover and colleague, had become strained. Their once passionate romance had transformed into a turbulent on and off connection, leaving both parties grappling with feelings of love, jealousy, and resentment. The intensity of their emotions cast a shadow over Suzanne's life, raising questions about the path her future would take. It was on the morning of May 4, 2010, that Suzanne Pille embarked on her fateful journey to work. As part of her routine, she made a stop at the Stanger's Square branch of Sainsbury's before heading to the office. CCTV footage captured her leaving the supermarket at 8:51, seemingly unaware of the dark fate that awaited her. At 8:54, Suzanne was seen on CCTV walking along North Stavage Street, just moments away from reaching Thistle Street, where the office was located. Little did anyone know that this would be the last public sighting of Suzanne Pille. When she failed to arrive at work that day, concern quickly turned to alarm, prompting her parents, Robert and Sylvia Pille, to report her missing to the Lothian and Borders Police. The search for Suzanne Pille commenced with a fervor that matched the growing anxiety surrounding her disappearance. The police, along with her family and friends, tirelessly scoured the streets, distributed flyers, and launched a high-profile public appeal for information. Screens were erected in the heart of Edinburgh, displaying footage of Suzanne's last known movements, in the hopes that someone would come forward with vital clues. As days turned into weeks, the investigation took a chilling turn. On May 18, 2010, Suzanne's employers made a somber statement, acknowledging that her disappearance was completely out of character. The following day, the police announced that they were treating the case as a murder investigation, sending a great disturbance through the community and intensifying the search for answers. In the midst of this evolving investigation, suspicions fell upon David Gilroy, Suzanne's former lover and colleague. On June 23, 2010, Gilroy was taken into custody under the suspicion of being connected to her disappearance. The subsequent arrest and charges that followed sent shockwaves through the community and brought the case into the spotlight. As the investigation into Suzanne Pille's disappearance unfolded, the police meticulously pieced together the puzzle, gathering evidence and building a case that would shed light on the dark truth lurking beneath the surface. During the trial, the prosecution presented a compelling narrative that painted David Gilroy as the primary suspect in Suzanne's murder. The jury heard testimony from Suzanne's mother, Sylvia Pille, who spoke of her daughter's tumultuous relationship with Gilroy and their previous cohabitation. It became clear that their connection was far from stable, fraught with tensions, and marked by a history of ups and downs. One crucial piece of evidence introduced by the prosecution was the involvement of specially trained cadaver dogs from South Yorkshire Police. These dogs, trained to detect the scent of blood in human remains, identified 3 areas of interest during the search of the offices where Gilroy and Suzanne worked. Additionally, the dogs detected traces in the boot of Gilroy's silver Vauxhall Vectra, raising suspicions about the possibility of his involvement in hiding Suzanne's body. CCTV footage played a significant role in the trial as well. A forensic imagery expert testified that the footage captured a person resembling Suzanne on Thistle Street, just meters away from her workplace. The similarities in appearance and timing suggested that it was indeed Suzanne Pille, placing her in close proximity to the scene of the crime on the day of her disappearance. Further evidence surfaced, revealing the extent of Gilroy's contact with Suzanne leading up to her vanishing. Phone records showed a high volume of text messages exchanged between them, with Gilroy sending over 50 texts a day to Suzanne. However, the communication abruptly ceased on May 3, 2010, the day before she went missing, indicating a significant shift in their relationship. Forensic analysis of Gilroy's car and workplace yielded intriguing findings. Kirsty McTurk, a forensic scientist, testified that she conducted a thorough search for DNA in Pille's workplace and the boot of Gilroy's car. Surprisingly, no traces of Suzanne's DNA were found in either location. Additionally, when McTurk opened the boot of Gilroy's car, she detected a distinct smell, described as either an air freshener or a cleansing agent, leaving the court to speculate about potential attempts to conceal evidence. The trial took a haunting turn when a friend of Suzanne Pille's, Gail Hawkins, revealed that Suzanne had expressed concerns about Gilroy hacking into her email account. This revelation added a chilling dimension to the case, hinting at a possible motive and raising questions about the nature of their relationship leading up to Suzanne's disappearance. As the evidence unfolded and witnesses took the stand, the prosecution methodically built its case against David Gilroy. The circumstantial evidence, combined with testimonies from various individuals, painted a haunting picture of jealousy, strained relationships, and a potential struggle that may have led to Suzanne's untimely demise. After weeks of compelling testimonies and a meticulous examination of the evidence, the fate of David Gilroy rested in the hands of the jury. On the afternoon of March 15, 2012, a majority verdict was reached, delivering a verdict that would reverberate through the courtroom and the lives of those involved. David Gilroy was found guilty of the murder of Suzanne Pille and attempting to defeat the ends of justice. The guilty verdict sent shockwaves through the courtroom, providing a sense of justice for Suzanne's family and the prosecution. The jury's decision validated the extensive police investigation and the efforts to bring the truth to light. With the verdict delivered, the attention turned to the sentencing of David Gilroy. On April 18, 2012, in Court 3 at the High Court of Justiciary in Edinburgh, Lord Brackadale handed down the sentence. David Gilroy was condemned to life imprisonment with a punishment part of 18 years. It was a stern punishment that reflected the severity of his actions and the devastating impact they had on Suzanne's loved ones. However, despite the verdict and sentencing, closure remained elusive. Suzanne Pille's body, the key to providing a final resting place and a sense of closure for her family, had never been found. The police believe that Gilroy killed Pille in the basement of their office in Edinburgh, and then hid her body in the boot of his car and drove to Argyll, where he dumped it in a forest, but the exact location remained a haunting mystery. The absence of Suzanne's body created a unique challenge for both the prosecution and the grieving family. The search for her remains continued, with police making ongoing appeals for information from the public. Every lead and piece of information was meticulously assessed, offering a glimmer of hope that one day Suzanne's resting place would be discovered. For Suzanne's mother and sister, the pain of not knowing the whereabouts of their beloved daughter and sister remained a constant burden. Each passing day brought a poignant reminder of the void left by Suzanne's absence. Their longing for closure, to be able to bid a proper farewell and find solace in her resting place, weighed heavily on their hearts. In the aftermath of the trial, David Gilroy's refusal to disclose the location of Suzanne's body added to the anguish experienced by her family. It was an additional layer of torment, knowing that the answers they desperately sought were held by the person responsible for their loss. Despite pleas from the authorities and the public, Gilroy maintained his silence, leaving Suzanne's final resting place hidden, perhaps forever. The case of Suzanne Pille serves as a stark reminder of the lingering pain endured by the families of victims whose bodies are never found. It highlights the ongoing search for closure and the tireless efforts of law enforcement agencies to bring solace to those left behind. As time moves forward, the legacy of Suzanne Pille lives on. Her memory serves as a testament to the strength of those who loved her and their unwavering determination to seek justice. Though her body may remain elusive, her spirit endures, inspiring others to continue the quest for truth and the pursuit of closure. As we reflect on Suzanne Pille's story, we are reminded of the importance of fostering a culture of empathy, compassion, and vigilance. It urges us to listen, believe, and support victims who bravely come forward, ensuring that their voices are heard and their experiences are acknowledged. In the wake of Suzanne's tragic murder, her memory remains a driving force behind efforts to prevent domestic violence, raise awareness, and support survivors. It serves as a call to action for individuals, communities, and institutions to work together in creating a world free from violence, where every person can live without fear and where justice is pursued relentlessly. As we conclude this exploration of Suzanne Pille's case, may her memory serve as a catalyst for change, inspiring us to be vigilant, compassionate, and committed to creating a society that values the safety and well-being of every individual. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the latest true crime cases. We appreciate having you as part of our community as we explore the mysteries that continue to fascinate us all. Stay curious and remember, justice may stay hidden in the darkest corner. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.